about how I'm so lucky to have a place that I can come home to. Yes, I am on my way. We'll put our differences aside and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day. Sometimes I tend to forget what glory this holiday represents.
Hi everyone, so it has been manic today. Yeah, it's coming up to evening time. I'm just about to take the dog on a walk. Yeah, and I've not been able to get too much crafting done today. Just been doing a million and one jobs. I'll sit down and chat to you all about it in a bit. But first, Advents. I feel like I'm doing really well to hold the restraint in to not have a look in the Advents until I can film it. I won't lie, the sweet one that I have, the house there and there, that one, wake up, grab it, that's gone. I'm not waiting for anyone for that. That's the first thing I do in the morning when I come downstairs. So yeah, let's have a look. This is the My Yarny Corner one. Oh, it's like minty green with speckles of purple and a darker green going through, like speckles of a darker green, like there. Look there. That is gorgeous, and not unlike, we don't have anything like that so far. And ooh, what's it say on it? Mint. Oh, sweet. Love that. I'll suck on that while we go on our walk. Gonna take the dog out in a bit. Once I've finished chatting with you guys, we're gonna head out for our walk. So yeah, we have now moved to Scotland with this one. So let's see where we. Oh, look at that! It's got gorgeous, like a gingerbready brown with a peach and some red speckles. That's gorgeous. That. Both beautiful and both very different today. It's quite interesting seeing what days they do which are completely different and which days they are a lot similar, as like obviously the dyers don't know what each other are doing and all that, and they're completely separate Advents. Let's see if we can see this. Oh, I know this. It begins with a G and it's the viaduct. It's one obviously famous from Harry Potter. If you can't tell by the Hogwarts Express on there, I think that's Hogwarts Express. Looks like it could be. It's got the red carriages and that on there. So, let's see if I can get the proper name. Get the card out of the box. Glenfinnian Viaduct. See, I knew it was the viaduct and it began with a G. Couldn't think of the name. Let's see. Knew there'd be a stitch mark because I'm getting into it now. So yeah, we have another stitch marker, and this one is a thistle, which is the flower of Scotland. Yeah, I actually had a shortbread today that was in the shape of a thistle that I was like, oh my god, what perfect timing, considering we are now moving on to Scotland on the Advent. And speaking of Scotland, we've actually got quite a little interesting story here in our family. So we always joke that we could get a Scottish passport. Like in the UK, if you're England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, your passport is the same. But I think it was about a decade ago now, Scotland had a referendum to see if they wanted to still be part of the UK. And me and some of my relatives used to joke that, you know, oh, if they split off, we'd like have dual nationality, because my nan was born in Scotland. To give a bit of context, my great-nan Eileen, great-granddad Walter, both born and lived in Liverpool. Both had Irish parents. They, like, born in Ireland, actually Irish, not, you know, just way back, but yeah. So they were first generation English. They both met, fell in love, got married, but there was World War II going on. Liverpool got bombed really badly and things like that, and Walter actually joined up in the Navy, and he got stationed up in Scotland while he was doing his merchant Navy training. So my great-nan Eileen went, I'm not staying in Liverpool on my own, so she went up to Edinburgh and stayed in Edinburgh, so she'd be close to Walter. She then had my nan, Pat. When my Nana Pat was 6 weeks old, Walter got stationed in the Battle of the Atlantic, so he was going to be on ships that would be helping with the convoys going across the Atlantic to help bring over munitions, food, etc. to the UK from America. Now, Eileen was like, I'm not staying up in Scotland on my own, so she moved back down to Liverpool and moved back in with her parents. But my nan has a Scottish birth certificate, and it means that if, for whatever reason, Scotland was not part of the UK and they became a different nation, separate on their own, me and my cousins could get dual nationality because my nan spent the first 6 weeks of her life up in Scotland. No other thing than that. As I said, their families were Irish, they were first generation English. Yeah. So that's our little weird family story with Scotland. But anyway, I'm going to get going, take the boy on the walk, then I'll come back, chat to you all and let you know what's been going on today. So, me and Buddy have just got back from our walk. It is getting cold out there now. I'm just working on one of the squares. This one is the Mouses Makes day 8. So yeah, I've done up to day 7 and I've done both of the day 7. So that's where I'm up to. I'm actually going to join them all up tonight while I'm sitting in bed watching a bit of TV. Anyway, as I said, it's been a hectic day from start to finish. So starts off 7 a.m. in the morning, like literally just after 7. My phone starts going because the Ring doorbell's going. I look at the time, and I'm the world's worst daughter for doing this, but I did think my dad can get this. I'm going back to bed. Because the thing is, I've not ordered anything to be delivered today, so I knew it wouldn't be anything delivering for me. And I thought, you know, oh, it's probably some scam someone's got. Well, I thought my dad can deal with it because and it wasn't anything to do with me. And I wanted my extra hour in bed. It was my dad's stuff. It was the IKEA delivery that should have turned up yesterday that we paid extra for to have it yesterday. My poor dad waited in all day for that IKEA delivery. But anyway, it's here. That's fine. At least it's here. I didn't have to like start ringing around people like 10 a.m. in the morning like this morning and, you know, being like, what's going on? Where's our delivery? Because it just didn't turn up. There was no like text saying, oh, it's a bit delayed, it'll be here then, you know, or anything like that. No, it just said it's going to be here today and then didn't turn up. So yeah, it's here. So I got up, went on my driving lesson. So I woke up at 8, went for my driving lesson at 8:30. I've got my test booked. So here in the UK, you have to do a theory and then a practical. I did my theory during the summer and obviously passed it. I didn't first time round, I had to do it a second time. It was the hazard perception that you've got to do. I got the hazards, it's just you have to know when you've got to click it because you get put like, there's a countdown of when you start getting points, and each second you leave, you get deducted points and stuff like that. So anyway, past my theory, so I've just got to do my practical now. So I've been doing driving lessons, recently, you know, been getting back into them now, and the driving instructor's actually booked my test, my practical test, in April. That was the closest time to now that she could get it, and that's why she's booked it now, even though I'm nowhere near ready to do a test. If I did a test now, I'd fail instantly. You know, I mean, we drove around today and I was driving the car, but what's it called? I'm not at test level ready. We've not even done anything like parking yet or anything like that. But yeah, if we waited until I was ready, we'd then be waiting months from me being ready to being able to do the test. So yeah, because there's a bit of a backlog. I'd say. It's not even December and they're doing April. But yeah, anyway, there's a backlog. They've had some instructors leave. They've not hired anyone new, and one's gone on long-term sick. So in my test centre that I have to go to, because it's all based on areas of where you live. So my local test centre, they should have 9 examiners. They've currently now got 4. So yeah, that's a bit of a backlog. But anyway, it's booked. Let's get ready for it. So I'm working on that. So I got home. There's been a bit of a family emergency, not involving me, so I'm not going to go into the details of it. So it's been ringing around, going and sorting stuff out with that, and trying to help support my family member however I can, and whatever I can do to help. So, did that. It's now early afternoon at this point, like 3 o'clock-ish, stuff like that. And I decide, right, okay, I'm going to box off, finish wrapping all the presents that I need. I thought, you know what, I can wrap all the presents and I can put all my wrapping stuff away, like, because they're in a sealed bag where no liquid can get in. It's waterproof. So I then put them in like a storage unit in the back garden that we've got, like a plastic shed sort of thing. I thought, oh, and get them out the way in the shed rather than behind the couch. And then I remembered one of the items that I've got for my dad for Christmas is not here yet. It's on its way. It's probably going to be here tomorrow, if not the day after. But anyway, it's not here, so I can't wrap it. And the fish rattle that I've also made my nephew, I put in a safe place. Because obviously I made it before December and before I was wrapping any presents. So I put it in a safe place. I cannot remember where that safe place is. So yeah, I'll find it within the next few days. But it means I get to wrap 2 more times. So I did the wrapping, put everything under the tree. So that's all my wrapping done now. Most of my dad's, the only thing he's got to wrap now is presents for me. Because I put my foot down, I'm not wrapping presents for myself. I volunteered to do everyone else's for him because I love it. But yeah, I'm not doing it for me. And then I've wrapped a few for my mum that she's had delivered here, so my sister can't see. So yeah, done all that, and then I wrote out the Christmas cards to everyone. And one of them has to be posted, and I posted it on the walk with the dog. So I've had a really, really productive day doing stuff. It's just meant it's been hectic non-stop. Then once my dad came home, he'd been out doing a few bits. He came home and he was like, when are we going to put Giant Santa up? I was like, we should put Giant Santa up. We're going to put him up when we put the rest of the decorations up. Not the tree, because we did that first, but when we were putting all these up around here, we were going to do Giant Santa then. But we heard, like, on the weather, that the weather was going to get a bit bad. We didn't know it was going to be a storm, amber level storm. So we were like, we will leave it until after the weather's passed to put Giant Santa out, because he is huge, and if we put him out when there's a storm, good chance we may lose him. So we did that, and then my dad had bought a wreath at Greaty Market. So we went and attached to the door. But yeah, I spent a good solid 20 minutes wrestling with the giant inflatable Santa in the garden, trying to get him to stand upright. Because what we do is it's got stakes in the ground that you stick in, like they attach his feet to the ground, and he's obviously got the motor there to light him up and to put the air in him. So yeah, I'd got that in, but then where his arm, like under his arms on his armpits effectively, he's got these two tabs where you have string and you attach it to something to hold him upright. So I normally attach him to one of the wheelie bins, usually the green one, because that doesn't get emptied at this time of year. And we've got some old drain pipes that don't actually get used anymore on the side of the house. So I normally tie him to that pipe. So yeah, I'm like wrestling, trying to get him to stand upright so I can like poke these bit of wire through, like string through, and yeah, wrestled with him. And then I'm tying him to the pipe. So I'm behind this Santa now. I'm tying him to the pipe, and the neighbours are coming down their path, and they're like, "Oh look, they've got the Santa again? Isn't he great?" And I'm like, "Isn't he absolutely fabulous?" Because I'm so proud of my Santa. And I didn't realise that they couldn't see me from behind the Santa. So when I just piped up out of nowhere, it did freak them out a bit. We didn't have any heart attacks, that's good. We're okay. But yeah, this Santa is my pride and joy. I bought him for 25 quid in the Boxing Day sales. Here in the UK, the day after Christmas is called Boxing Day, and that's normally when... It used to be like the British equivalent of Black Friday with the sales, but it didn't used to be as crazy as what Black Friday used to be. Like, people would go out and get stuff, but it wouldn't be like queuing outside shops for sales. It wasn't like that good of a sale, but you get a lot of good bargains in what they call the Black Friday, the Boxing Day sales, and that carries on into January. So you know, it's all the stuff that they've had out for Christmas that they want to shift, like giant inflatable Santas. So I got him like a week after Christmas in Wilko's for 25 quid. I do normally go to the Boxing Day sales, never on Boxing Day itself, but normally like a week or so afterwards, because I get my wrapping paper. I always get my wrapping paper in the sales because I'm not paying full price for a bit of paper for someone to rip up. Get it as cheap as I can, which is in the sales. And also, this is like I feel like Martin Lewis here with my money saving hack, but you can actually get wrapping paper in the Boxing Day sales. It's not Christmas related all the time. So in the January just gone, I got this one. It's like pink iridescent one, and I thought that's great for like birthdays or Mother's Day and things like that. And then there was a black one with gold stars on, again great for birthdays, Father's Days, etc. And both of those were marked down and in the Boxing Day sales, because on the cellophane that's on the outside and the label that's on it, it said all wrapped up for Christmas. They do not look Christmassy at all, but because the label on the outside says all wrapped up for Christmas, they don't just then move it to like the birthdays, like where they normally have the wrapping paper in the shop for like birthdays and stuff, which is really weird and not very money savvy of the business, but means I get a good bargain. So I normally get wrapping paper for everything in the Boxing Day sales. Plaid's also a good one you can get in the Boxing Day sales, quite a lot as well. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go because I've been rambling for 12 minutes about inflatable Santas, wrapping paper, and driving tests in the UK. So yeah, I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to go up to bed now. The dog's passed out on the sofa already, so I'm going to have to go and wake him up to take him up. And yeah, let's see how many squares I can get joined up. Anyway, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I hope you're all staying safe and taking care. Have you got all your decorations ready, or are you just like, no, don't want to think about it right now? yeah, it's sort of one of those things, isn't it? Some people put them up dead early, some are dead late. Me, beginning of December for most, weather permitting for others. Anyway, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 15 of Vlogmas. Bye.